everyone, welcome to the stream. We're just about to get underway for qualifying, which is starting in. We just have less than a minute of practice remaining. So yes, welcome to the stream. We're at Circuit de Spa, Francorchamps tonight. For the continuation, to make the 2/3 mark of the Thank God It's Raceday series. And we've got an interesting grid today. We've got 17 cars so far. A couple of names I'm not recognising from the series. I think have signed up midway through, which is always good to see. Help fill up the grid a little bit more. But a certain David Perel has joined. I shall bring up the stream. Welcome, welcome. Yes, a certain David Perel has joined. If you don't know who David Perel is, he is an IRL GT3 driver. He's competed in Le Mans for the 24 Hours a few times, I believe. I think he's meant to be doing it this year as well. I mean, you could sign up, Geeky. Welcome along, Geeky. You could. This community isn't the most competitive, the quickest. So I'm just doing a little bit of maths just to know how much fuel I need for qualifying. Yeah, I mean, you can see in a bit of practice here, there's someone off 4 seconds off the pace. But yeah, we've got an IRL GT3 driver on the field, and not just any IRL GT3 driver. David's also the founder and CEO of the SimGrid platform, which is being used by Lightspeed Racing to host their series. So it's great to see David. I've seen a bit behind the scenes, sort of how he works with the communities and the communication between him as a dev team and the communities, and it's good. They're involved. They really care about the platform and what they do, and so it's good to see him joining in as well. I just want to raise the car up slightly because I've been struggling in a little bit of practice I did to get the thumbnail earlier today. I was struggling with the car a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean I had some big moments where I really struggled with it. We'll head out for qualifying. It seems like there's quite a few people that are holding back. Now I've struggled with the balance of this car throughout practice. I've found it very snappy. And that sort of snappiness when it comes to Rouge and Radion has been very, very deadly over the crest. Hopefully we'll not have any issues during the race. But I am a bit nervous, to be honest. Or not really nervous, but more worried about it. Hopefully with the sort of not too big of a grid with 17 cars, hopefully we don't have any incidents at Rouge and Radion on the opening lap as they do make up the first corners of the race. No, the car's not bouncing. It's just that over the through the elevation changes of Rouge and Radion, the car can bottom out quite a bit, and it can unsettle the car when the car's already as unsettled as it is. It's really not ideal, and you've got quite lucky if you've had a spin at Rouge and Radion and you've not hit anything. You're very lucky in that case. But it's still obviously very damaging. You damage the tires quite a bit. Just sliding them across the track at that high speed. You know, so you just want to avoid it at all costs. As we are on our first flying lap. It depends on the community. I'll be honest with you, off the top of my head, I don't know, because it's not a concern for me.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, safety rating doesn't exist for me really anymore. As far as I'm concerned, none of the ratings really exist for me anymore. Having got rid of them from the HUD. But even if there was a minimum safety rating, I don't see it being any higher than 80. And I'd say, you know, as long as you avoid public lobbies, I don't think 80 is that hard to get. You know, you can easily get that in single player. Better run through that chicane that lap. Just about staying within track limits there. We're already coming up to the halfway mark of the quali session. Can definitely be braver on the brakes into the bus stop than we were on our first lap. 7 tenths up on our first lap. Ourselves up into P8, 8 tenths off the current pole time. Though I expect that to drop. Seems like some of the faster people waited a couple of minutes before venturing out for qualifying, in which case they'll still have their ideal laps to come. Slight cut of radio will validate this lap. That's something we're going to have to watch out for in the race. Of course, cutting Radion is much better than having a spin and losing the rear end of the car over the crest. But we will need to make sure we take a left to avoid track warnings. Tenth and a half up on our delta, which is good, so we've got a little bit more time in the lap, as long as we don't invalidate it. I'm going to slow up because we are catching the car in front of us. Get a good start to next lap. Car moved around there through Rouge. Just not getting the line quite right, but you have to keep it smooth on the steering, otherwise you will induce, or you will just unsettle the rear end and end up throwing the car into a spin. Got a bad bounce on the curb there. I think the floor of the car just bottomed out on one of the serrations of the curb. That's a word. Yeah, this lap's not really coming together. You can see the potential time that we left on the table at Puyon though, in our current fastest lap. We managed to keep the car to the gravel there, but not enough to keep it in track limits. We've got another car that's just exited the pits in front of us. And while they currently have a better time on the leaderboard than us, it doesn't hurt just to get another bit of a gap. This will actually be our final attempt in qualifying. We do have time for one more lap, but we don't have the fuel for it. You can see the little indicator on the left of the dash flashing to indicate that we are in our final 5 litres of fuel. Getting that upward bounce over the curb allowed us to take a tighter line through the left-hander, open up the right-hander more. Picked up a nice bit of time through Puyon. And was, I believe, the Piff Paff chicane. Make sure to keep it within track limits this time. Into the final sector, did drop a little bit of time. Getting a little bit of a slipstream off the Mercedes here. Hopefully they don't hold us up at all into chicane. Decent run through chicane with 4 attempts up, and that'll currently put us P11. Oh, that was close. Just one more tenth, and we've been up 2 positions.
Your lap time is invalidated. Please try to stay on the track.
They're the 0.5 off of not only P10 but P5 as well. That that's a little frustrating. Just a quick look at our sectors. Is our fastest first sector for sure. Nice consistent first sector there on the opening laps. Fastest final sector, yeah, is definitely our fastest sectors, even including the invalidated laps. You know there's, you know, even if those, you know, are your optimal sectors, you know there's one corner that you did leave like 0.5. You know, in this case we don't even need 0.5, we literally need 1/100th, and you know we move up those 2 positions. We've needed over 1/10.5 to get up into P8, and a further 1/10.5. You know, in the end, about 3 attempts to get up to P7 and 6. But hopefully, as we usually do, our race pace is generally stronger than our quali pace. So hopefully, we can make those positions up in the race, and should be able to. Hopefully. We also do have the bit of strategy. We have to make a mandatory pit stop. It is only put 1 litre of fuel in. There's no tire swap, so it's a nice quick pit stop. We have one car coming in 2-1, just 400ths off of our time. So very, very close from 9th to 12th there in the end. Could lead to a good battle in the come the race. Yeah, so we have a pit window to abide by, which is 45 minutes long, opens 7.5 minutes into the race and closes with 7.5 minutes to go. And in that pit stop, we have to refuel 1 litre. So it's only a 3.2 second pit stop, but Spa has an incredibly long pit lane. It is the longest pit lane in the game, but it's not the. It doesn't have the biggest time loss. In fact, that goes to Indianapolis. The average speed of the track is a bit lower here. Around the pit lane, you have the short start finish straight, slow hairpin, then run down to Eurasian Radion. That's not as fast as Indianapolis, which is just one straight, completely flat, that is quite long. So you lose a lot of time there. Our tire pressures seem good. I need to work out race fuel. And to do that, let's take that by a sec. I need to see, what are the top times? 17.6, let's say 17.5 for our calculations. So it is going to be 3600 divided by 2 17s, 137.5. So 26.2. We gain a few seconds because the race starts here, where you see the dummy grid on the run to Eurasian Radion, whereas the control finish line is back out of the bus stop. So it's a good 10 seconds earlier in the lap. So you gain good 10 seconds on the opening lap. Of course, it's a couple of seconds slower for the concertina and whatnot. And then there's obviously the pit loss, which is going to be quite a lot. It is about a minute pit loss. And those are quali times. So yeah, I think 26 should be enough. We'll times that by the 3.65. 95. We'll say 99 plus 1. I think that should have us safe on fuel. So
20 seconds.
99 plus 1. Use current pressures just to make sure. We shouldn't need to change tires, but yeah.
10 seconds. Go in single file.
Anyway, we go for the longest formation lap we can have in ACC. So if you need to go get a final beverage or a little snack for the race, you have plenty of time to do so still. I really wish the formation laps were a little bit quicker in this game. to be doing about 90 kilometers an hour, it seems like. At least for this section of the track. It'd be nice if it was like 100, you know. We're up to like 120. You know, that'd be nice. You've been cooking your dinner and eating it. I haven't had dinner yet. I have no idea what I'm going to be having for dinner too. No, no pen for takeout. Catch a grip. No, you won't. Let's go for double file.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That's quite an aggressive start from the 2-1.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
A great start. Lots of people running wide here. Peon.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Tried to get around the outside. Was a little deep.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Trying to go around the outside of the source is tricky. Do we have it? We're going to need to try and get ahead by a route if we really want to make this move work.
Clear on the right.
The fact that neither of us lifted there was risky. Just rear end, sliding around. Have a little bit of damage. Like 7/10 of damage. I'm very tempted to head to the pits as soon as the pit window opens. To effectively undercut everyone, try and get clean air, run some quick laps. McLaren got very close behind.
Well done, mate. That's your fastest lap.
Aston's had massive movement on the curb. One nice thing by having a really long pit lane is, you know, you're less likely to catch the back of the pack when you pit. You know, the worry is when you pit, you come out and you're still in traffic, because you ultimately catch up to the slower cars. But with a longer pit lane, you fall even further back, and so you hopefully end up avoiding that. Two cars in front of us are fighting quite a bit, which is still making me lean towards that early pit strat. And one of them has just been murdered. Yeah, I think we could definitely undercut this through to potentially undercut the number 9 Audi just in front as well. I thought the McLaren was going to go to the pits there. I seen the Audi going and I thought the McLaren was going to follow. So maybe we can overcut the Audi, but it's going to be difficult with this McLaren in front of us. McLaren did not look settled over Radion there. 965 has had a crash behind us. McLaren very slow through here. Really had to back out for throttle there not to hit them. Just had to lift off the throttle to make sure I didn't take out the McLaren. Yeah, they might have picked up a warning or two. I'm definitely not overcutting the Audi with this lap. It's just had way too much fighting. Now, of course, one of the things in pit lane is you're locked at this 50 km/h speed limit. So one of the things you want to make sure you do is just, if you can shorten the distance of pit lane slightly, you can technically gain just a little bit of time. Welcome, Artie. Thought you were meant to be playing games tonight. Maybe you're just checking in during downtime, or having the stream on in the background. In which case, hope you're enjoying the board games. We're going to drive straight down the working lane of the pit lane. There's no consequences to it, and it can save a little bit. You can multitask. Oh, well done for you. Well done on multitasking.
Come on, let's go.
Right, and away we go again.
Yellow flag accepted. Car on the left. They on the left.
I'm so glad they didn't collect me. But we have beat the Audi out of pit lane. Now we have cleaner to try and make use of some of our pace.
There's a slow car here.
Kiki, do you remember the number of the McLaren that I was fighting before we came into pit lane? Yeah, if you could please, I'd like to know, because I've completely forgotten and I want to see where they are on the map. Oh, it was the 302 that just crashed. Nice. So we have beaten the 302 out of pit lane by quite a way. Oh, you think? You think? Well, you better be right. are checking, okay.
Well, only the fastest lap so far.
It was the 302. Yeah, so that is that battle well and truly over. Now, unfortunately, there was quite the gap then now to the cars in front of them. So it's unlikely that we'll be catching any other drivers this race, but we'll try our best anyway. We are gapping the number 9 Audi behind us. Yeah, they're still in the pits. I imagine they're done for the race. Yeah, they probably sustained a lot of damage because they crashed a Blanchemont, fast left-hander, in the final sector. In which case, they probably hit the wall quite hard. Did a lot of damage. And have just had enough. Not to mention any mental trauma they received from murdering the other McLaren down the Camel Straight. We have the 113 Porsche in pit lane now. We will easily pass. I was going to say, I have that Discord open up in my second monitor, but I have it open on the wrong chat. And the number 9 ID behind us has had a spin, went to pit lane and has immediately left the server. So no idea what's happened with them. Maybe we'll find out later. So currently we're sitting in a bit of no man's land, about 9-second gap both in front and behind us. We of course do have the cars on the other side of the track that are yet to make their mandatory pit stop, of which they have about 27 minutes to do so. Does look like the number 10 McLaren is closing in on us slightly. We have the 561 McLaren heading through pit lane now for its mandatory pit stop. We will get past 561.
Halfway through, not over yet.
So we're past the halfway mark of the race. Got a couple of cars in pit lane now. Number 30 Ferrari. And the number 12 Porsche. Both cars are already well on their way. Yeah, I was going to say, Geeky, you'll need the spectator password if you were wanting to join the server. Got it. And if they're giving out the spectator password for you to join, I mean, I'm not going to stop here and tell you off. But I'm also not encouraging. It would be a bit cheeky, I got the 965 in pit lane. But yeah, we'd be a little cheeky. Though I'll be honest, when we only have, it looks like 15 people racing at the moment, given the one retired car is down in 16th on the relative, I don't think one more connection to the server is gonna hurt. It looks like we also had the 65 Mercedes in the pits, which we're about 2.5 seconds shy of reaching. Maybe we do have a little more pace than them and can have a bit of a battle for the remaining 25 minutes of the race. I'm just a little concerned with that number 10 McLaren. They're now just over 6 seconds behind when they were just under 9 seconds behind sort of when we had come out of pit lane from our pit stop. So they have been closing in. It seems like we lost about half a second from running deep last lap in the bus stop, so it should maybe be more just under 6 seconds. But if we're not too careful, we could may end up having to defend come the end of the race. We did match lap times for the last lap. And we have beat the 19 Lamborghini out of pit lane. That puts us up into P7. I think there is still a couple of cars left to pit, but I'm doubtful we're going to be getting any more positions from it. I think we'll have to take any on track. If we are faster than the Lambo, then that is another car between me and the McLaren behind. Because we'll definitely lose a bit of time battling this Mercedes. Hopefully we don't lose too much. Yeah, like half a second quicker. Than the mark. mark, trying to break the toe down straight. Doesn't really matter. I did have to lift to not get a track cut warning over the crest of Radion. See the McLaren has cut the Lamborghini behind. So these are two now critical battles. Looks like the Mark's found a little bit of pace this lap. Still quicker. Hopefully you can get a better run through Erosion Radion this time. Getting them to go defensive.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Getting understeer through that right-hander in the dirty air. Lambo and the McLaren behind are starting to catch. I was hoping they'd slow each other down, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And we've definitely slowed each other down here with the Mark. McLaren behind has got past the Lambo. Looks like the Lambo might have made a mistake that allowed it to happen. So that gap will probably start closing quite quickly now, since we're starting to battle quite a lot. Mark's in deep.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Maybe. The colour thing's definitely in that regard.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, they got a good cut back there. And they picked up a drive-through for track limits. Hopefully they take the DT this lap so we can get on with our usual race pace, and yep, they do, which is appreciated. Because that McLaren's now within 2 seconds. So we've instantly got to get back onto our normal race pace. Because soon we'll be having to defend from not just that McLaren, but the Lambo behind them as well. And that battling probably hasn't done any good for our tyres. So they're probably more worn than the cars that are following us. Oh, nice, they're suddenly doing low 19s. Luckily, we have put a little bit of a gap between us and the Lamborghini behind. So we may not lose both positions. And it looks like I've just seen on the relative, it looks like there is still a car in front of us that has to make their mandatory pit stop. And it looks like they may actually be close enough. Oh, it's the 85. I don't know. We are about 55 seconds behind the 85, so we might be able to get the 85 depending on how long their pit stop is. McLaren runs wide in the rear view screen. But if they've got a second of pace on us, it's going to be difficult to defend.
Between those
7.5 minutes remaining of the race. Took a little lift through a Rouge and Radion just to be safe. Sensible choice when you're following so closely to another car.
car on the right. Clear on the right.
Tried to fight it around the outside, but just don't have the grip of the McLaren. That Lambo has really closed in with that little fight now, though. I also just realised the 85 missed the pit window, so that is one guaranteed position. Hopefully we can use the McLaren's slipstream, not to fight back, but just to try and gap the Lamborghini behind again. That was scary, just took a little too much curb. Had a big twitch. You can see the time we're gaining in the slipstream. Don't have long left in the race, so might as well take the warning to try and hold on to this position.
Yellow flag is active.
Had a crash at top of Radion. Now we are just close enough to get a bit of a slipstream off the McLaren still. And we gained 4/10 on the Lamborghini that lap. No, definitely don't need to think about fuel saving. We've just fallen out of slipstream of the McLaren. Maybe we're getting a little distant too. But we should have this lap and one more. We've still got 9 litres of fuel. And we're using about 3.6 a lap, as it says on the dash. In the green box it says PRED, which stands for predicted. I can see in lap it says 2.4, that is laps of fuel remaining. Should get the leaders on the final lap message any moment now. There it is. Looks like Lambo made a mistake into the bus stop. They lost by a second there. And that should definitely secure P6 for us, as long as we don't make any mistakes here in the final lap. Leader finishes the race. As we come up to the bus stop chicane for the final time. By braking ourselves ever so slightly.
Alright, checkered flag.
We'll finish in P6. Good finish. It maybe could have been a little bit, maybe it could have been P5, but we lost the time fighting the Mercedes. We got that place from them getting a drive-through penalty for track limits. You know, we were pushing them quite hard. We probably, you know, pushed them into a mistake. Yeah, I'll save that replay just in case I do want to use it. I don't think I will, but just in case. Yeah, well, there's confirmation of the final result. 15 finishers in the end. Good race. It felt like it's a little before halfway through. It felt like it was going to be a bit of a quiet race towards the end, but it certainly wasn't. It was very interesting with those battles. But from that, but no, with that done, yeah, there's only one last thing left to do this stream, which is our usual Art of Rally daily stage. So we'll get that up now. How much is €2 per month? That is approximately €1 every 2 weeks. €2 a month. €4 every 2 months. So €6 a season. Or €24 a year. €240 a decade. If you're wanting to know what is in other currencies, the calculator app on your computer has this very useful currency conversion. Yes, you can run €2 through that. Of course, currencies are always changing. So, you know, it will change from, you know, day by day, week by week, month by month. But yeah, if you just put it through Google or the calculator app, as I said, that has a conversion thing in it. If you press the little menu button. Just checking in on the weekly event for Art of Rally. Currently saying 70th. We had a couple of per stages to start off with, but we climbed up to what was 62nd yesterday, so we've fallen 8 places so far. For yesterday's daily event, we fell down to 73rd. I'll be honest, I can't remember what happened in that off the top of my head. But let's see if we can do a bit better today. We've got Group S at Japan, a 4.1 mile tarmac stage. So this should be quick. That was close. It's got this very tight technical stage up this hill. I got a little worried second there going over that crest. I'm surprised the game let me away with that corner cut. Didn't mean to cut it so much, and definitely paid the price with how the car bounced on landing. I think, yeah, that looks like the finish line in the distance. That yellow gantry. So not too far to go now. There it is. One corner to go now. And cross line for a 255.7. That will put us 15th. Top 4%. That's much more like it. That's where we should be. We'll see how we finish off at the end of the day. When we stream again next week, you're thinking about something. No, Geeky, you're not thinking about something. You're not. Trust me, you're not. Yes, so next week, we will have a couple of... we'll have a few streams. We will have another couple of races with the 67 Grand Prix cars. We'll be going around Classic Monza, 66 Monza, full circuit, so oval and the old GP circuit with no chicanes back in those days. So that should be some more good fun. So that's on Monday. Then on Thursday we'll be back for the final round of the Harikiri GT2 series. That I don't remember where that is. And then we'll be back for the 7th round of the Lightspeed Racing. Thank God it's race day, continuing this GT3 series. I've had some great racing the past 2 weeks in the series, so hopefully that will continue on next week as well at another track that I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I should go full screen. That will be it for this stream. Thank you, Geeky. Thank you, Artie, for being around in chat, and of course to anyone else who may have been lurking during the stream. Hopefully you'll have a good weekend. And I will hopefully see you all next week then. But until then, take care all, and see you next time. Bye bye.